Hey yo everyone and welcome, I'm your friend artofmana and let's watch the 7th episode of my first UHC. And here we are again, fishing. You're kind of catching the theme here, basically a whole lot of trying to catch fish, and we really at this point don't have a lot we can do. We know that we're down without diamonds, we don't have any enchantments, we can't get any enchantments because we can't create an enchantment table. So really, unfortunately, we're just kind of killing time. But that's okay because fishing, again, is a lot of fun, except for the fact that I catch nothing. However, I do get an opportunity to just sort of monitor what's going on and who, if anyone, is taking damage or who has taken damage. So there we go, Strongman Kyle, which felt like a little bit of sweet justice after poor Fampy was so viciously attacked. But actually everyone looks like they're in pretty good shape, and we still have a lot of people standing. Now, that kind of has us worried. We're wondering where people might be, and at this point, we're actually kind of figuring out an interesting little glitch. I believe it was Flob who might have pointed this out, although I don't recall exactly. In any event, it has to do with the second layer of a person's skin. In other words, if their character skin, which is now, as you can see, showing up their faces and everything on this tab menu. If their character's skin only shows one layer, that's the first layer, then we know that character, that player, is not anywhere near us, or at least I think in the chunk that we're in. Apparently, the second layer only renders when a player is near you. So that was an interesting little thing that I had no idea about. I mean, hey, I'm a noob at all of this, but it did kind of put us at ease, and at this point we're pretty much only worried about one thing, and that is is the world border going to come and get us? Because right now it looks like most people are far enough away, which is really nice, as we are one of the teams that is hurting the most. As you can see, Fampy has only 2.5 hearts at this point. It's not good. Flob took quite a hit. I even got that half a heart damage, so things aren't looking super great for our team. But hey, we're still in this, and anything can happen, and we're just happy at this point that we're still alive. So hey, it seems like as good a time as any to just keep fishing and chatting, and we really can't even talk so much about strategy at this point. It occurs to me, however, that I should probably create some better gear for some of us. So the object at this point was to create some iron swords. And here I am showing how slow, this is real time, this is how slow I was in making this iron sword. Really, I know, I look at people who play UHCs and they're just boom, 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 everything's going, everything's flying, and they've got, everything that they wanted crafted done in seconds. And here I am struggling to just make one iron sword. But hey, you know what? I'm still learning, and everything's going pretty well, and at this point, we kind of do have the luxury of time. We have plenty of food, things are going pretty good, so that's where we're at. But as you'll see in just a moment, the one thing that we kind of were worried about, well, it's time to continue worrying about it, as I'll look up and see the impending looming wall of don't go through. And there it is. It's such an interesting sort of looking thing too. I mean, there's just something so ominous about this world border just closing in on us. But at this point, all along, Fampy has been so worried about how quickly it's going to come and how we're going to have to run away. Now, granted, at this point, we did figure out that the in-game timer has, for whatever reason, been a lot slower than it should. And so the world border is shrinking a lot slower than it normally would. But at this point, after tons of time of Fampy being somewhat stressed out about this border, and rightly so, I mean, we all were a little bit worried about it. But at this point, we're just kind of tempting fate. I mean, Flob's going right up to it. Fampy's sort of like, we're good. And I'm sitting there going, shouldn't we pick up and move? So Anyways, we do linger perhaps more than was comfortable, but we decide, all right, we can set up camp elsewhere. So we find this other little place where we can fish, and that's about all we can do. So that's really all that we did for this entire episode. We fished, we looked at a world border, we saw that names on the tab menu were still there, and we were not in the best of shape. I wonder how much longer we are going to last. We might just have to see in the next episode. Who knows? Maybe we'll win this thing. I guess you'll just have to tune in tomorrow. Oh, I still have some time just to talk. This is awkward. I don't really have anything else to say. Fishing is fun. I like fishing in Zelda games. Oh, I said that last time. Fishing is fun. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. The UHC continues in the next one coming out tomorrow, and you can also check out the perspectives of all the other players who were recording by visiting my website, artofmana.weebly.com, and seeing a compilation of all the various players who recorded. Oh, and if you want to join either Jandoncom or myself as a patron, links are in the description. We've got lots of cool things going on, so I'll see you around. Bye!